Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Thursday edition of a routine weekly briefing. This is for Central North Carolina. My name is Barrett Smith. I'm a senior service hydrologist with the National Weather Service here in Raleigh. Happy to be talking about the weather today, Thursday, June the 26th through next Wednesday, July the 2nd. And with that, first things first, a continued story as we've seen all week. Heat advisory in effect for Central North Carolina, all of Central North Carolina today from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. High temperatures today, mostly in the mid 90s, but our dew points are still elevated in the upper 60s to low to mid 70s. And so while it won't be as extreme as it has been the last couple of days where we've seen heat indices of 110 or even greater at times, the work week is getting long. People have been out and doing their things in the heat for several days now. Heat indices around 105 necessitates a heat advisory once again today. So we'll continue to remind folks to drink lots of fluids, stay out of the sun, limit your exertion if you can, and seek shelter indoor in a cool place or in the shade when you can. So again, been a long, hot week. I think we're headed in a better direction. Our weather pattern coming up. We continue to be under high pressure, a hot and humid air mass. So there's not a lot of big changes on the way, but those temperatures are not as extreme as they have been. And we did get a little bit of rain here and there yesterday. If you were lucky enough to be under a thunderstorm, not have any wind damage, but got some rain or even the outflow from those, it felt like a pretty decent evening last evening. And so we'll see our rain chances kind of increasing each day as we head through the weekend, mostly in the mountains, foothills, western Piedmont. They will be slow moving. And so you will just have to be near one to get some rainfall, it looks like. With the heat and humidity, again, we'll continue to advise people to take it easy. But these are the summer months, and so that's going to be the story really over the next several days. Our next best chance of storms and showers that might be with more coverage would be maybe Tuesday, Wednesday of next week when we get a weak cold front that tries to work its way in here, and no big air mass change. But it may give us a little bit better focus. Otherwise, it's going to be isolated to widely scattered showers and storms each day. Our best chances for severe weather are mostly today and tomorrow. Again, I think the focus is mostly going to be in the western Piedmont or the western half of the area, but we could see those pop up really anywhere. And those hazards from those would be severe or damaging winds and frequent lightning, very typical slow-moving summertime thunderstorms. Here's our rain chances over the next several days. You'll see the darker greens, which indicate maybe 1/10 of an inch or so on average out over the western Piedmont and then into the mountains. Again, wash, rinse, recycle each day. And so our 5-day totals really don't amount to a whole lot on the whole. Some folks will get better rainfall if you're under a thunderstorm, but generally 1/4 of an inch or less for most of Central North Carolina through early next week. With that, excessive rainfall, chances of flash flooding, again, would be focused under those thunderstorms, which probably won't move very much when they do develop. There's just nothing to move them around. And so we could see some very isolated flash flooding today and tomorrow, again, mostly in the Piedmont. The weekend looks better from that standpoint, although as we get into early next week and we see an increase in coverage, we could see that threat return again. Our heat risk for the next couple of days, again, I mentioned that the temperatures have backed off a little bit. We still see moderate to major heat risk out there. Tomorrow, the dew points might creep back up a little bit, so that's why those reds show up here on the map. Not to talk this down at all. It still is a threat. It's just not as extreme as it has been the couple of days, but it's still, and continue to encourage folks that to take it easy when they can. Nothing out in the tropics right now that the Hurricane Center is looking at, so that's good news. Our recent drought has gone away in the last couple of weeks. I think most of, if not all of Central North Carolina has been, or even the state of North Carolina has been free of drought. If we go a couple more days or a few more days here without getting rainfall, there are some areas, especially I think across northern North Carolina, that could see, some abnormally dry conditions, some deficits starting to creep back in. But right now we're in good shape and everybody's reporting good conditions. Our 8 to 14 day outlooks favor above normal temperatures across the southeast U.S., and there is a 40 to 50% chance of above normal rainfall across eastern North Carolina. So again, that's good news from a drought perspective as well. Our hazards will continue to be highlighting the heat for the next few days. Afternoon showers and thunderstorms, very summer-like pattern that we are in, and so that's what we have over the next couple of days. So in summary, hot and humid, summertime, scattered storms, mostly in the west the next couple of days, but that continues really through the weekend. Maybe we'll get a better chance of some relief as we head into the middle of next week. But I think overall, as we head towards the July 4th holiday, things are going to be headed in the right direction from a hazardous weather perspective. So with that, I will wrap this up. Thank you for joining us today, and we look forward to briefing you again next Monday. Thank you.